Let's do it.
Hi guys, so Earl here again from Fanboy SEO, and we're doing another quick review, a collab review this time. It's with Coach Karl de Mesa is back on our show. Hi, sir.
Good evening, Earl. Thank you for having me on Fanboy SEO. Like, I just wanted to confess that, yes, I approached Earl. Sabi ko, mag-collab tayo. Critics Roundtable for The Last of Us because we're both gamers and we both like HBO, of course.
And we're both titos and dads, so medyo mas may relate factor sa amin yan.
Yun na nga, di ba? Inabutan natin yung first Last of Us. Kids, there was a first one. Okay, first game.
The second one that you're dissing is just the continuation of the original story. And this is the original story that came out. Ito yung inadapt ni HBO. Mm-hmm. So, first thoughts on the kasi by the way, magpapasalamat kami dalawa kay HBO Asia kasi ni-invite kami. Hindi tayo nakalimutan.
Thank you. Hindi tayo nakalimutan this time, Babs. Fleischmann Hillard and HBO Asia. Thank you so much for inviting us. For the cookies. Kinain ko na yung cookies, bro. Sabi ko, papel pala yung kabilang side.
Hindi, ako gusto ko dapat humingi ako ng extra ubos na yung tattoo, yung tats na sticker. Oo, Fireflies.
Diba? Hindi ako nakakuha niyan. Pero nakita ko yung sa'yo. What was it? Hindi ka naman naging cordyceps afterwards.
Hindi naman ako cordyceps after. Hindi rin naman ako naging si big boy cordyceps guy.
Clickers at saka bloaters.
Bloaters. Ayun
bloaters,
yung isip ko. Mukha lang akong bloater, folks, pero hindi po ako bloater.
Sa personal po, si Earl, hindi po siya mukhang bloater. He's very slim.
Kailangan ko po ng ni Coach para sa Muay Thai.
Yes. You're always welcome on my match, Earl.
Ayan. So, first thing.
Point, yes. Yes, sir.
First thoughts.
Before I start on my opinion, I just want to say, if you're attending one of these premieres, please wear some shoes or please wear some slippers. Kasi meron ako nakita pagtingin ko sa likod, nakapaa doon sa lazy boy natin, sir. Hindi naman ata tama yun na nanonood tayo ng fungal apocalypse movie tapos nakapaa sa lazy boy. So,
may fungal sa likod mo.
Oh man, kadiri, ganyan. Anyway, so to your point, lang tayo. I just wanted to call it out kasi kadiri, nanonood tayo ng fungus apocalypse tapos biglang may alipo nga.
Oh God.
Sa Fanboy SEO, sana po matrace kung sino man yun at huwag na ibalik. Pero anyway, so HBO's The Last of Us, since po ako po laro ako ng both games, medyong weird sense of tinatawag nating deja vu and also jamais vu nung pinanood ko siya, which means lang, I've been here before in this level, lalo na yung quarantine zone, di ba, brother? Nung naglalakad si Joel 20 years later, even nung start ng pandemic, we won't spoil it, pero we start with Joel and his kid, si Sarah. And then the first wave comes and then they get to escape. So that was eerie because that's a tutorial level. And then again, there's another tutorial level. Pagdating mo dun sa quarantine zone 20 years later, napaka-weird sense of deja vu. Like, I've been here before. Pero dahil iba nga yung pagkaka-lens na ng HBO dun sa kanilang series, meron ding sense of jamais vu. Like, no, I've never been here before. It's just actually very eerie that it seems like you've been here before. So may ganon. Pero pagdating naman dun sa mismong meat of what a video game adaptation should be like, this is like, first episode pa lang napakataas na ng benchmark because I cannot imagine anybody else being cast now except for Bella Ramsey and Pedro Pascal. Parang sino pa ba yung pwedeng may dito? They acquitted themselves so well.
Ako, I would have to I have to interject. Parang medyo that before watching medyo gusto ko pa rin si Nikolai Walter Costo as as Joel.
Jamie Lannister
as Kasi if you've seen Tumblr, you've seen Twitter, ang dami nagpo-post ng gano'n yung screenshot magkatabi. So he looks really good. Tapos syempre si Elliot Page as but that will never happen anymore.
Never happen anymore, but yeah, we could have dreamt, pero ngayon parang okay pala si Bella Ramsey.
Yes.
Also a fellow, 'di ba nasa GOT sila pareho, lahat sila, 'di ba? Si Lyanna Mormont, si Red
Oberyn.
Viper, si Oberyn Martell, tsaka yun nga yung wishlist natin, si Nicholas Coster-Waldau. Pero ngayon, parang, okay pala. I had doubts then with Pedro Pascal being cast as Joel. Kasi parang Texas-born, blue-collar, medyo rednecky si Joel. Pero I think we underestimated Pedro Pascal. Like, after he acted throughout Mandalorian in just the helmet, why should we have doubted him? As, parang how could he not have pulled off Joel? Naisip ko rin, it's great that there is parang first level kind of adaptation now from video games to TV streaming. Dahil alam naman natin, Earl, na for every like Resident Evil, the first movie only, and
not the Netflix
Mortal Kombat,
version,
again, first movie only for Mortal Kombat, there's also like, I'm sure people will hate me for this. For every one of those adaptations of games to screen movies, there's also really, really a lot of really bad adaptations. Kasi cash cow ito ng mga studios, di ba? Parang mga Venn diagram ito ng mga, meron tayong ganitong property, ilagay natin. Like, do you remember that really bad? Pera talaga eh. Like, that really bad Dragon Ball Z adaptation.
Hindi. Nobody will chastise you for that. Everybody hates it.
I hope so. Everybody hates it, diba? And rightly so. So hopefully walang cult following yun. But there's also like yung mga later Tomb Raider movies, like except for the one na medyo maganda yung bago na with Alicia Vikander. But after the first one with Angelina, it was like I don't know. What did you think?
Ang hirap. No, it's it was a downhill slope for sequels for them. Kahit yung mga first tries, ang daming
Yes.
Si AC, I mean, as an Assassin's Creed fan, I loved it. Pero syempre, yung, di ba?
That was bad, bro! Oh
I love it. It's a guilty pleasure for me. Sorry.
It's a guilty pleasure, but nobody's ever going to say, that was like, that's like HBO Last of Us kind of cheer, di ba? Parang, sayang kasi ang dami palang first, pinanood ko uli nung isang araw since I just got Disney Plus. Ang daming magaling actors dito. Si Fassi, si Omar White, yung si Omar White. Tsaka si may mga Oscar nominated actors doon. I'm like,
how?
And it wasn't that good. Sabi ko, sayang. Parang anyway. So what did you think? Parang ito na ba or one of the like parang baseline standard dapat ng expect natin from
actually
video games?
I'm gonna pull a rewind on you. You just said it kanina. You benchmarked The Last of Us. You said it as a benchmark statement. So yes, I feel like this is gonna be the benchmark for a high benchmark for series adaptation. Ibang usapan si movie pero sa TV after this parang 'di ba I saw an actual TikTok video na kinompare nila. Siguro they got first look na segment na splinize nila.
Okay.
And then they stuck it beside yung video ng yung part na tumatakbo sila riding the car going and then they turn right with the going to the highway.
To the highway, yeah.
To the highway, 'di ba? So that was a scene. Parang ang nangyari based on with that TikTok video, parang they gave us another angle for the same exact thing. As in word for word, shot for shot, dialogue for dialogue, pinalitan lang yung camera angle pero it's the same thing talaga. So parang when I saw that parang okay, they really did their assignment, they know their assignment. Yes. And
may care, may kindness, may sympathy sa material.
As in ultimo pati yung ganun kasi medyo I will discuss this or we'll talk about this a bit pero kasi and I'll just give you a head up, it's about the sport, so mamaya natin pag-usapan yan. Ayun. So pero yun nga for me when they did that and then yung when I saw
yung nasa likod ng kotse, di ba?
Ang scene kasi no, di ba nasa likod si Sarah si Sarah yung nasa
Sarah, yes.
Yung
video
game version.
We were playing Sarah.
Yeah. Tapos dun sa movie or sa TV version, we were following the eyes of Tommy and of Joel.
Si Joel, yeah.
'Di ba? So parang nagpalit lang tayo ng camera angle, lumipat lang yung camera sa harap just to give yung perspective nung tatay na nagwo-worry sa anak niya at sa pamilya niya. Kasi doon sa parang nagmumukha pa tuloy na walang pakialam yung game. Kasi nasa likod lang yan. Super
Nasa
layo
likod
sa
lang.
likod eh. Oo, di ba? We
Yes.
don't see their face eh. Unless it was required. Pero dito, nung nakita mo yung mukha ni Joel na worried, na ayaw niyang kumibo, na ayaw niyang magbitaw ng salita, makikita mo yung impact ng yung kaba. Nagbi-build na
I
sila
agree.
doon pa lang.
I agree.
Diba?
Yung bro, yung pagdating nila doon may naipit, may nasiraan na kotse, di ba? Tapos si Joel was saying, no, just drive on. Parang ngayon nakita natin, parang worried kasi siya doon sa mangyayari. Like, priority natin yung anak ko.
At saka, yung sa game, parang dahil 3D render lang sila na hindi naman sila main character, hindi ganun kalakas. Pero nung nakita mo yung tatay at yung anak, parang putang, teka lang, uy, balik, teka lang, wala ka magawa eh, di ba? So ang ganda nung
you didn't look back eh, dun sa game eh. Yeah,
hindi.
Humanizing, go ahead.
Ayun, hinumanize nila yung yung mga little things na yon.
Yes.
Di ba?
The moment.
Yung kapitbahay. Sorry, we're going on spoiler territory.
Assume lagay na lang ni Boss Earl dito.
Yeah. We've already watched it, so post-game na lang to para sa amin. Pero I hope that when you're watching post-game na din sa inyo to. So yung kapitbahay wasn't really there in the game, but they're here. We get yung parang they built us. Parang ano na to eh, parang nag-Game of Thrones.
Escalation na siya eh.
Oo. Na parang, we introduce this character, we'll kill this character. Parang ganun.
Shit, yes. Ang sakit pa rin, Earl.
Masakit
pa rin nung nangyari yun.
Few minutes, di ba? Yung dog, buti buhay yung dog, di ba?
Anyway, people will ask about this, Earl. So let's just discuss it. Do you have any issue with the race swap ni Sarah?
No. Kasi first of all, you should be fighting them because that's a Latin America,
Exactly. Playing Joel, di ba?
Diba? Tapos magagalit kayo dahil she's a biracial kid. No, shouldn't be,
Doesn't matter, man. That actress made a great, ni Sarah. Made a great performance.
Etong specific part na gusto ko rin pag-usapan natin, yung impact ng death ni Sarah.
Yes. Grabe, kasi, di ba, parang ngayon we can feel it all the more kasi we only felt it in the game, like parang masakit nga pala yon nung 20 years later nakita mo yung effects kay Joel, is barely living, is just going through the motions, pero nung at that moment, nung point of view ni Joel, parang na-relieve ko lahat ng trauma.
Lahat, di ba?
Paglalaro ng game, sabi ko, nandito na ako dati, may hawak akong controller. Tapos nakatuwa nga lang ako, shit, pinatay yung bata.
And they're doing it all over again.
You're doing it. Wala kang mahawak. Parang wala akong hawak na security blanket. Parang, shit, anong gagawin ko na? Walang ganun eh.
Wala.
So, it doesn't give you anything to do na. So ngayon, parang nakatunga ka lang doon. At masakit pa rin pala. I just really love that first, it just carries the same power. Pero yun nga, again, the sense of, I've been here before, deja vu. I haven't been here before, jamais vu. Iba na kasi yung angles, iba na yung treatment. I think it's because si Neil Druckmann and yung bagong writer was there. Si, what's his face? The Chernobyl writer. Parang pinag-combine na nila yung what we loved at first with the game, and then the guy who came in later, it's si Chernobyl guy, added some new fresh ideas. And he said, why don't we flip the point of view and see it from Joel's angle. Like, nga naman, bakit hindi? It makes so much sense. It's a simple, siya yung bida eh. Di ba? Like, hindi naman pala yung bata eh. Red herring lang siya noon sa una sa game eh.
Tsaka, have you felt this? And I wanted to get your verification and your validation on this. When they were running through the sequence, the escaping, going to the highway.
Oh my God.
What was your feeling? Kasi ako, yung nare-ready ko na yung sarili ko. I know what's gonna happen. Pero am I ready to see those visuals, those few seconds? Were you ready for that? Kasi when I was watching it, parang, no. Stop!
No. Wag dyan, di ba? Parang yung silent be like, wag dyan sa alley, yung ganyan. Like, again, it's like the lack of, gamer. Like, kala mo mananalo ka eh. Kala mo makaka-escape ka eh, di ba? Kasi may moment nga na parang aabutan ka ng isang zombie. Like, sa kanila, wala. So, medyo nakaganon ako sa silya kasi wala akong security blanket, wala akong magawa with my hands. Tapos wala pa tayong phones sa loob ng
cinema. Wala pang phones. Tsaka yung mga katabi ko, shout out kay Earth, kasi wala silang idea na ganun yung mangyayari. So, yung nakikinig ako
Did
sa
play the
audio visual cues,
games.
wala silang idea sa games. So,
Kita mo sa peripheral mo?
pag narinig ko yung gasp. Alright, so okay. Tapos
That
diba
one, I love that reaction, man.
Diba? Parang, oh shit, no.
Oh shit, trauma ka ulit. Parang, oh, damn.
Yeah.
Grabe.
What were the game elements that you liked that were able to transfer from game to
That's a great
show?
Well, first of all, shout out dun sa CGI team nila. Ang ganda nung, obviously, inasasan. And obviously not as much as Rings of Power. Pero damn, that Boston cityscape that you know they're going to go through. Diba yung the Leaning Tower, whatever that was. And then yung it's just haunted by absence, yung cityscape na ganun. And it's hard to do well, I think, even in games and even in TV series, pero they pull it off so well. So that translated over. And of course, I think yung magandang collaborative element is Anna Torv as Tess. Parang may friend si Joel dito. Hindi siya parang just a survivor. It's the quarantine zone is a living city. Yun yung parang isa pang, parang naging GTA siya for me. Like, oy, nga pala, it's not just because you're not in a game and you can just see this through other people's eyes, the main character's eyes, in a different kind of setting. He needs this social dynamic na hindi mo makuha dun sa game kasi you're just focused on anong gagawin ko next.
Linear yung game
Linear yung game. Ngayon parang nakikita mo, oo nga, nabubuhay sila dito. It's a daily life thing still for them. And then Anna Torv is that badass, parang smuggler, si Tess, di ba?
Si Tess.
Nakita natin na meron silang their own kind of chemistry and they've made the most out of the situation where both of them are literally almost dead inside. Pero they're like, even that sliver of parang affection. Yes, ganun. Kapit na kapit sila doon. So that was a game element that I think translated well. Parang, friend mo nga si Tess. This is why. And they show it why HBO shows it.
Platonic, di ba? Tumabi si Tess na natutulog. Di ba? Parang, we didn't see that in the game.
There's nothing like that in the game. Pero it carried over so much more now. There's a new dimension in it na they're just friends, man. It's a very human thing to be super close, to have that. And then they also have a working relationship. They're both smugglers. So parang yung dynamic na yun, we're running our own operation here. But at the same time, we're kind of together.
Yeah.
Together, not together. Oh, yun. I think it only manifests kapag yung mga post-apocalypse na ganyan, like humanity is not really there anymore. How did you feel about it? Yeah.
For me, that element with Tess, the TV Tess,
yung yakap
really
lang.
Good. Yakap lang, parang tabi ka dyan. Alam mo yun, parang
tabi ka dyan. Friends tayo.
Tabi, tapos nagising, nakita, nagluluto. It was a nice element kasi, again, it gives new meaning and new depth dun sa character sa game. Di natin nakita to kasi sa game, rekta fight na rekta adventure na
Diretso ka na,
buhay. Tsaka yung parang, nangyari sa'yo? Kasi may pasa, di ba?
Bakit sino gumawa niya?
Sa'yo? Kasi that kung tayo friends or some more than friends, tatanungin ko rin yan, nangyari sa'yo? Sino gumawa niya? Tapos, huwag mo lang bugbugin, takot sa'yo yun. Parang, di ba, ganun. The dialogue's very gritty and real and street level. So, parang, okay.
There's walang palabok yung dialogue. Tipong, ganito talaga dito.
Walang exposition.
Walang exposition. You just, at least makasanayan mo, ganyan talaga dito. Diba? It is what it is. Lalo na yung kay, the one thing I loved about Ellie was, she didn't grow up in civilization. Tapos ganun na ganun din yung performance ni Bella Ramsey na tipong, even better actually, kasi nga hindi na siya nag-a-act yung upbeat siya, bata siya, pero alam niya economics of violence. Alam niyang, ganito talaga dito kailangan mong lumaban So,
bitch, I'm gonna stab you. Mga ganun. I'm
gonna stab you, bitch. Yan talaga. Tapos naka-change siya. Like, it's normal. Any other kid right now, like, ilang taon ba si Ellie? 13, 14, di ba? 14 nata, di ba? So, any other kid, you put them in chains na, hindi na breakdown na lang yan.
Siya ready siya ganun pa siya
makalabas ako dito, hintayin ko lang.
Yari ka sa akin. Ganun yung
Yari ka sa akin, hintayin ka lang.
ayun nga, I wanted to raise ngayon si Spores kasi nag-TikTok ako and people were asking na parang the Spores are out of the the series, so it sucks. Parang ganun yung dating sa akin. Honestly, ako sabi ko, the Spores, the only reason the Spores are there is to give the gas mask and the extra feel ng takot, di ba, for players. But we don't have that for the game. We're not playing a game, we're watching a series. And removing the gas mask, ano siya eh,
You can act.
You can't act. Although, except for Pedro Pascal, done 3
I
seasons
can
of...
always act in anything, di ba? Pero, ngayon, meron ng, parang, it makes sense to remove the, infected na yung buong mundo eh. Bakit pa? Di ba?
Oo. At saka, recently naisip ko parang, ikaw ba, alam mo yung pollen season, di ba? So, pollen season, marami, hindi mo nakikita. Araw-araw ka ba mag-gas mask dahil may pollen, di ba? Hindi rin naman. So,
you need immunity
why
for that.
are you gonna do this for the game? So, parang yun lang.
Were people complaining about it? Ba?
They
parang,
are.
Wala yun sa game. Diba?
Yun yung ano.
People will complain about anything though, right?
True. So yun nga, if you're this is my stand, yung Spore, it will not hurt your viewing experience. It doesn't hurt the story. Actually made it good kasi 'di ba parang yung cordyceps na naka-stick sa wall.
Yung naka-fresco siya.
Naka-fresco siya.
Tumagal na lang siya doon.
It was good for me. Again, removing that. Wala tayong doubt kay Pedro Pascal because he can act with the mask, pero syempre you give the benefit to the other characters. Si Bella Ramsey there's a point in the game where she also wears the gas mask, 'di ba?
Yes.
Pero if you do that and then she's in a critical scene, parang masisira yung moment eh.
Makita yung mukha. Oo. I agree. It's just, I think it's a nitpick that parang doesn't hold any water. Parang, ihiya mo nang gumawa sila sarili ng mundo. Familiar ka na sa mundo na to. Parang, aren't you parang glad that they deviated a bit from, what you're familiar with? Hindi naman to scene by scene recreation. They're trying to tell a story. And the spirit of the narrative is still there. Now, we can assure you of that, even from the first episode lang. Obviously, it's made with kindness. It's made with love for the material. I'm sure one of the producers played the game. Come on, it's a different kind of experience, and they needed it to make this. And yung pinaka lang siguro, nitpick ko na lang, Earl, is kung magko-complain ako, sana si Anna Torv was older. Yan.
Pwede.
Yung prematurely aged kasi si Tess.
Ima-match nila yung age levels nila ni Joel. Just
ni
to
Joel,
give that,
yun lang.
Are they not
Are they not? Yes. Parang merong chemistry pero wala actually ganyan. Na-disturb ka ba dun sa nung Fireflies? Kasi merong point doon na parang nagko-cooperate na si 'di ba si Ellie. So obviously if you played the game, you know na diniceive siya ng Fireflies. Pero nung sa onset ba parang nafi-feel mo na sincere si Marlene or meron siyang hidden agenda, parang did she give it away? Meron ka bang nitpick about that?
I forgot the name of the actress, pero ang galing niya kasi even us that we know how the story will go down, mapapaisip ka din eh na parang
sincere ba siya?
Di ba parang alam ko hindi to sincere eh. Niloloko lang niya sa game to eh. Bakit parang dito may konting puso yung stick niya kay Ellie eh.
Yes.
So yun para sa akin I think siya, may sincerity yung niya. Again, props do sa actress.
At that point, at that point, siguro sincere naman siya.
Ayun. Tapos ang ano pala dito, ang isa pang gusto kong itanong din sa iyo yung visuals nung series. Was it really good for you?
Yeah, it's amazing for me. Nagulat nga ako na parang nandun yung bombed out cityscapes haunted by wala ng mga tao, yung absence of it. Sayang nga hindi tayo parang binigyan ng full parang kalahating because other critics had like half season screeners ata. So naabutan nila si Bill, si Ron Swanson, what's his name?
Si Nick Offerman.
Si Nick Offerman, inabutan nila as Bill, di ba? So, and yung isang trivia dun sa game, if you haven't played it, is there's nag-aaway yung si Bill at saka yung kaibigan niya na obviously they're gay.
They're gay.
They're gay, di ba? Pero ngayon, meron ng parang playing out of that, so illustrative na siya in terms of parang makikita natin, hindi mo na kailangan pick upin yung mga sulat ng dalawang yun.
At yung Playboy
diba?
yung Playgirl ni
Playgirl.
Boys Magazine, di ba?
Yes!
Bye-bye! Inagis na.
Yes, exactly. So, dito makikita na natin yun. I just so want to see that thing played out. And like the visuals, I'm looking forward to seeing yung suburbia na mas overrun na by fauna and animals. And dun sa first episode, I really loved yung quarantine zone. Parang napaka-lifeless. Imagine it's kind of surreal and at the same time way too real kasi kakalabas lang natin sa COVID quarantine eh. You know how it is, man. Di ba? Di ka naman makalabas. Plus, dagdagan mo pa ng militarized people who, of
may
course,
curfew pa na 6 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Imagine mo, may mga nasa truck tapos naghahanap ng curfew violators.
Tsaka, ano pa sa akin, for me, ang worry ko lang, and this is speaking as a dad, and medyo concerned, tito, yung violence levels, how it will, for you.
Yes.
What are your expectations for the violence? Kasi the game is gory as hell. There are parts, yung mga major QTEs doon na, diba?
Oo nga.
How will they do that?
I hope, exactly. I want to see how it plays out, diba? Kasi nga nung, pa lang, medyo yung human-on-human violence na nakita natin, it doesn't pull any punches. So I hope they can keep that without, kasi minsan napaka-gory na nung game nga, parang undue, hindi naman kailangan ganun. But then again, the animations are like, if you pull out particular, diba, like yung knife kills ni Ellie, yung sa second game, the bow kills, yung arrows naman, like masyadong malapit, hindi niya na igagano, lalagay.
Ganun na lang yun eh.
Ganun na lang siya. So I hope they keep some of that. Parang yung spirit na lang nung, it's violent, ganun. Wag nang masyadong gratuitous because it's not needed at this time. It's
not Game of Thrones. I mean,
it's not Game of Thrones, man. No. Ganun, di naman siya medieval eh. Ganun eh. There's a certain point where I would like to be concerned about this being watched by kids. Kasi I would love for them to watch it, not only because yung mga zombie movies like yung mga medyo stylized like yung kay Brad Pitt, it differs very vastly from the game, and The Last of Us is like a very nice cautionary tale of what COVID could have been if the response had been way less, if the response had been way more
dismissive.
Inept. Yes, dismissive, ganyan. There's a section at the start ng series, diba, where the scientists are debating about
I love that.
Diba?
Oh, I love that. Parang
what did you like about it then?
Parang these guys, they can these fungus, they're able to take over, tapos bubuhayin nila yung they'll keep them alive, and everybody's reaction parang, diba? Parang tapos even the host was like, let's take a break. Parang ganun, parang sa overlap, pero at the same time yung feeling ng mga tao is dismissive kasi years later 2003 nung next natin ng jump eh. So parang from that 60s show to the present time where when the movie starts, when the show starts, walang ginawa yung tao. Nobody even bothered to check if
nobody even thought about it, diba? So talagang ang dami nating mga blind spots in terms of what kind of diseases can jump from species to species. And the thing is, we both know cordyceps is real. We've seen the footage. We've seen we've seen the ants growing fungus brains, and then naglalakad pa rin sila.
and para diba?
That freaked me out, man, when I researched that. It's like, after playing the second game, said, nga pala, totoo yung cordyceps. So fuck, man, this is
tapos
way
bibigyan
too
mo
real.
si Chernobyl guy ng concept about the cordyceps. So if you
Chernobyl
combine Chernobyl and cordyceps, we're waiting for that to happen.
Tapos ang usapan, bro. Well, yun lang nga, in summation, I really hope this turns out very well because malapit sa puso ko yung Last of Us. Not only because there's so many pandemic life lessons that you can hold on to it, even beyond the movie and beyond. You can take it into real life actually. Parang yun lang yung we all hope our children don't grow up in such an pero if they do, this is something like you can relate to, and it's like even more real kasi you can point out to it like, di ba nung COVID ganito, tignan mo, pwede kasing ganito rin, di ba? So we can actually fight it, and don't worry, things will be all right. There is a sliver of hope, and sometimes all that is needed is that hope to hold on to the things that make us human.
Pero
yes.
We only have 5 minutes left. Question: Was Joel in the right with what he did at the end? Spoilers, guys. I have to ask. We're doing this now. I don't know. Come on.
I hate you. Yes.
He was right.
Yes. For me.
Okay.
Just for Joel. Kasi Joel, we were playing Joel. For you.
As a dad, yes. I'll fuck you up. I will fuck you up if that's to hell with you guys. Ganun
You're a great father. You're a great father, bro.
Wala, ganun talaga. And I think yun din yung message nung game when it came out, was that yung developing your even if she's not his real daughter, 'di ba? Nag-develop yung fatherhood nila eh. Which they screwed up in part 2.
That's another episode we should talk about.
And they're doing part 3 now. I heard chismis they're doing part 3.
Oh my God. Tigilan na natin, pwede ba? Tigilan natin. No, we're talking about money-making endeavors, right? Tigilan natin, Neil Druckmann. May HBO series ka na. Thank you so much for having me, man.
Welcome, man. Any parting words? Any invites to your rackets?
I'm good. If you want to book a Muay Thai or kickboxing session, just hit me up. I'm on Facebook and Instagram. But other than that, thank you so much, man. Always glad to talk with you, and like this nice critic circle, like real talk lang, walang mga garbong stuff.
Yung mga katabi mo kasi hindi.
Ay, mutangay na, diba? Hindi naman katabi pag pagtingin ko sa likod, may nakapaa eh. Hanapin kita, hayop ka. Pag nakita kita ulit, deads ka sa akin.
Bigyan mo ng rear naked choke pag nakita mo.
Basta di siya nakapaa, kadiri.
Anyway, I'll just flash where you can contact Coach, and by the way, just to give you a little pares namin gusto namin maglabas ng saloobin namin. So this episode came about dahil and I'm on hiatus, by the way. So wala akong laptop na matino. So the quality of this output is very bad. Yung camera ko is very bad. Pero push natin yan kasi Last of Us eh.
The spirit of it, diba?
Yeah. So tomorrow, later guys, this is going to come out Monday morning. So you can watch it in the evenings sa HBO. You can also do it at HBO Go. Just download it, and 129 lang yata. And then, syempre, support the HBO.
May libre pa.
May libre pa.
Shout out. May libre pa sa Globe.
Ay, oo nga. May libre pa.
With points. Yeah.
With points pa. HBO, baka naman. Dali nyo kami sa...
Anyway, I'm good with cookies, pero other things are also nice. Thank you.
Masarap yung cookies, ha? Masarap yung cookies. Masarap siya. Anyway, this is Earl Maghirang from Fanboy SEO, and we just did thank you Coach Karl, and we'll see you soon, guys. Bye-bye.